Hey, sir, lower that, please. Just lower it. You don't need the volume that high, okay? Your hearing's excellent. You seriously don't need it that much high of a volume. Hi. Yes. Please excuse. I tried to do a thumbnail and YouTube doesn't want me to because they have reasons I cannot fathom at the moment, but here we are. I already started drawing one card. I know I have a whole bunch to paint, but I don't feel like it. I can tell you about yesterday's fishing trip. Thankfully, it was not as annoying as the last two attempts, but at the same time, I I am not a fishing fan. I can respect the process of gathering all the materials, getting the equipment and setting things up. The husband's the one doing that. I just get the stuff already made and throw my freaking fishing line in and hope for the best and try to remember X, Y, and Z methods on how to get the fish. And it's not just one method, there's a buttload of methods that you have to try because all fish are different, unfortunately. Now, I am going to try to figure out what cards. I will probably try to ink this in a bit. Oh, let me get. Oh, my legs. I come up with weird words to entertain myself, but I'm not going to guarantee it'll entertain others because there's no one around me who gives a shit. Hello, thanks for joining in. And if I kind of talk funny, I have a cough drop in my mouth. After a while, if I talk too long, my throat gets dry and I need something to increase saliva. That sounds so freaking gross to say. But yeah, oh, they left. I should not be surprised that that happens. I'm surprised. Okay, let's see. I'll just use this one. You know what's funny? I don't really draw my Melody, but I think she had like a 40th something anniversary thing. And I need a break from Miss Sunshine here. She's from this weird comic book called Someplace Strange. I don't think a lot of people heard of it, but it's my oldest brother's. I don't think he knows I have it. He doesn't watch my live stream, so he should be fine. But I saw her character just right before I went on live stream, and she is the quintessential. I can't pronounce the word. I'm hella dumb. It's 1 a.m. Okay, but she is the poster child of every artist stereotype, but a very aggressive, angry version of it. Like, but her design is pretty cool looking. From I think it's from the 80s. It's like a clash between The Cure and Madonna. It's so weird. With artistic flair, I guess that's what they were trying to come up with. But the dialogue is so, I don't know about cringe, but it was kind of grating to get through. So I would just skim quickly um over most of the parts just to get through because it's a little bit painful to read. Not literally painful, but it was, maybe it is between pain and cringe because how the because she's not the main character. The main characters are two boys, two brothers, and they encounter her on a whim while they go on this magical journey of, I don't know about rediscovery, but they just went on this weird zany adventure, but it's kind of violent and creepy. And this girl here caused a lot of trouble, so I don't want to say women, because I'm a woman. I try not to cause trouble, but some other people do. Anyway, let's see. Oh gosh, she's gonna be kind of squished in here. And the interesting part of this, she's not in her usual colors. I could also just add extra things here. I don't always have to adhere to the original reference because I don't feel like it. I could probably add they have flowers and oh god, this is looking ugly. So this is what happens when I tell this is shit. I can't erase it very well because it just smudges everywhere, and it's really hard for me to get something visible and it's annoying. So I guess I'll just do this. My melody, see, this is why I have a trouble, have a trouble dealing with simplified characters. It's a struggle. Meanwhile, I can do this just fine. I can go a little closer. So this is one perk. Oh, sorry. This is kind of top heavy. Let me just adjust here a little closer. Say hi to Alphonse. Ugh, okay. So yeah. Do I have the comic with me? Not right now. I'm just going to have to do with what I can. Sorry, excuse my big, ginormous arm. Oh no, this is the busted one. Ugh, that's my luck. The other one's too chonky. And yes, be prepared for outside dialogue. That was one of the concerns I had when doing live streams at home because my family is quite loud. I mean that with love because I'm loud too because of them, all right? For those of you who are unaware, for those of you who are new to this channel, I am unusually loud for an introvert, and it's not a flex, it's not a humble brag. This shit just happens, and here I am talking weird for someone who's introverted. I've already mentioned the backstory. I don't feel like talking about it right now. There's not much to it. I just stayed in a place long enough where everyone talks loud, and if you don't talk loud, you're not going to get shit done. And so you have to readjust, recalibrate how you are as a person, how you communicate. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind in the dust. And so I am this weird mishmash of introvert and extrovert. It still strains me to talk the way I do, but at the same time, it still gives me the foot in the door. Um, but I'm super selective. I don't always am loud and proud. I'm just like loud and oh my god, why did I just say that? That's how I. um, it's a little funny, and I guess it can guarantee I'll have some interesting stories later. Same time though, it's still an ongoing trial and error for me, even at my old ginormous age. But I guess it'll have to do because I'm stuck with this voice. And I used to not like my voice for many years. I would avoid being on camera recording myself. There was like so many years I would just avoid being on camera. I did not like the way I look. I don't think I had body dysmorphia. I am a super, I am the poster child of a late bloomer. It's so weird. I wish it was a joke, but no, it was not. I think I aged backwards. It's not, oh, wow, what's your secret? No, no, no. I just took a little bit more care of myself because I have to. And um, it's still an ongoing process. I'm not like super healthy, but I have to be super careful at times so I'm not like relapsing into being sick. But when it comes to introducing new foods, yeah, it's dietary restrictions. I have to kind of be careful because if I'm not, some things happen and I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, what does this have to do with art? Nothing. But I'm not very good at talking about arts. For our review, I don't like talking about art very much because, funny enough, I don't know very much. I just see and observe, and okay, that's nice, that's cool. I wish I can do that. And that's the most basic surface level art knowledge I have. Don't ask me about art history. I fell asleep in that class and got a B plus. Don't ask me about um my interpretation. No, I'm not that smart. I just like making things and then I shove them in the closet somewhere and then do another one. That's basically it. I wanted to do a live stream yesterday because I wanted to do Friday just to get it over with, but then I had to do the fishing thing um, early the next yesterday. Okay, I'm kind of confused when I have to explain time around this time because I'm a little not super sleepy, but like yeah. Oh, right, the fishing thing. So yeah, I did not do a live stream on Friday slash Saturday morning because I had to go fishing in the morning, and I tried to be supportive, but at the same time, I already know it's not for me. But funny enough, I can retain some information about fishing, whether I like it or not. So even if I don't like it, I'll still learn something, whether I like it or not. Fun fact. And it's stupid because I forget a lot of things, but I'll remember freaking things I don't need to learn about. Fishing is one of them. So it's so weird. Like the rules about crabbing. I was explaining to someone a while ago about how to do that, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, see, this is what I mean about being a weirdo. It's not fun, especially when most of like it's a novelty sometimes, and it's like, what? Why do you know about crabbing? Because they made me do it. I'm trying to be supportive, at the same time, I'm like, ugh. So I stumble upon weird hobbies, and it drives me nuts. But I retain random information at times, and then I'll stupidly remember it. I wish it was more interesting stuff. Not this.
If a Japan Bull train somehow exploded the building, it could have fallen.
Okay, what else is there? So yeah, yesterday was fishing. It was surprisingly quite warm, and when it's warm, certain fish will come out, and it's a lot easier. But it's usually like small fish. I think it was like anchovies, smelts, mackerel. I don't think I saw mackerel. Surprisingly, I caught some, but it was only one at a time. But the lay professional old people, they would catch them by five, sixes at a time. I wish I can do that. I was only getting one or two at a time, but it was like almost every time I stuck my fishing line in there. It was pretty funny, actually. Um, but we were also planning on crabbing at the same time and trying to do deep sea fishing. But deep sea fishing, I think only one smelt happened, and that took several hours. And then there was a sea perch, I think, but sea perch has mercury in it, so it's not recommended to eat that. They have mercury and other toxins or whatever. So it's cute, it's quite chubby. Can't eat it. It's not good for you. So well, oh, the husband caught that one. We took pictures and threw it back. And then there were also crabs, a lot of babies, a lot of Dungeness, and a few small rock crab. Two were caught, they were the barest, a bare minimum of 4 inches in width, but the same time, the rest were like tiny little itty bitty babies. I did take a few pictures of them and with them. I was also telling a friend how to hold the crab. You have to be careful because I got punctured by their stupid claws and it freaking hurts. Oh my god. You see it on YouTube or like fails of people getting clamped down with the claws of the crab. And it's funny until it happens to you and it freaking hurts. Oh my gosh. And it's just an itty bitty one that did that to me. They have some massive, you know, strength in those claws. Like they really don't want to die. I don't blame them, but we're just holding them up to take pictures, and I get it. That was my bad. Um, but I was telling a friend how to hold the crab by the butt and just to avoid the top hand claws.
Look at that.
Thanks for sharing.
It's a crab.
I don't know why you do that when I go live, Mr. Sir.
It's just a crab.
Yeah, I know, but I already told you to calm down. Yeah, I know it's late, but it's still summer vacation. He'll go back to his usual schedule. I'm sorry, and it's the weekend. Yeah. Anyway, I caught a lot of anchovies and a little bit of no, maybe they're just anchovies or smelt. I kind of can't. No, it was anchovies. Ugh, I thought they were smelt. They all kind of started looking the same to me.
So poaches.
Thank you, Mr. Show Off, for sharing. Yeah, we caught the husband caught that one. Your dad caught that one. Then I Yes, let me talk, please. You had your live stream. I have my. I shouldn't be saying such things. Um,
It's yeah.
there were
But
some sea lions, so there are a few signs where you can tell that there are some fish, which
sea
is sea
lions.
lions or whatever predators come out there.
Sea
Animal
lions.
predators, not the ones you see on YouTube. So the
Understandable.
there will be sea lions trying to get food. Also, you'll see like
Understandable.
pelicans or what are they? Seagulls just diving into the water or some kind of weird bird with a kind of duck. I'm not sure. They'll dive in the water and get some fish. So those are some, visual aids to help you see whether or not there's fish. Um, but it's not easy. The ones that were catching fish like every freaking time, they're like the freaking professionals of the professional. We're just like, oh, let's just see what happens.
Athletic.
But the husband does the extensive research of getting the equipment and what works, what does not. So,
Chicken wing.
yay for that. I just like, I'm here. What do I do? Okay. Hold
That's
this,
a
blah.
little
Hold this, blah.
little
Okay.
Nick right home.
Yeah, I'm not. And I also have a bad attitude because it's not a hobby I like,
That's
but
right.
I try to be
That's
supportive.
a
I
little
try.
chicken wing
And,
right home.
I know when people like have this idea about marriage where they say how you have to be supportive, you have to do this, but
Chicken
you're
wing
gonna like
right
things and you're
home.
not gonna like things, and that's okay. But you
Chicken
also
wing
have to kind of
right home.
work on your temper. I don't mind, but sometimes I'm tested, let's just say. So I have to I it's ongoing work in progress, I swear. Anyway,
What's wrong with
aside
you?
from the predators by the water, what usually helps, some fish prefer cold weather, but the ones that we were trying to get, they like to gravitate towards warm. Excuse me, sir. What did I just tell you earlier? Okay, if you're not going to behave, go in the other room, please. Are you going to behave?
Yeah.
Okay. If I hear you start doing too much, you go in the other room, please. Okay. Anyway, oh my goodness gracious. I know it's family, but still. Certain sudden noises kind of get me jumpy. Um, the water would be warm and certain tide. I think it's high tide or right before they start reaching low tide. Like, yeah, it's kind of tricky and I can't remember all of the things, but certain tides and the temperature of the water will help you have more fish. Like, they'll be more near the surface or even lower surface, middle. And you have to, for the anchovies, you kind of have to troll them, like put the line up and down, up and down, and then I'm trying to think. It's kind of weird. I'm drawing while talking about fishing. I didn't think I would do this, but here we are. You have to kind of adjust the line, like you. I was so stupid though, because me being the clown that I am, I'm like, then I stop, and then I'm like adjusting the line further down, further up, and just wiggling things around. Just let's just see what happens. And I caught fish. I caught maybe like 15, 20 of them. They're a little, but it was something. I was just glad I caught anything at all. My gosh. Because usually there's nothing, and then other people around us would catch fish. It drove me insane. Okay. I'm like, can you ask them for help? What do you use for bait? Someone's stubborn and says no. Or they just like refuse. And I'm like, why am I here? So, anyway, but this time it was not too bad. And then there were some crabs, but they were just really tiny babies. There was the surf perch. Then a seagull stole the husband's bait, live bait. It was kind of funny. I barely saw what happened. They're so freaking fast. They'll just hover around, and if they see a sucker, they'll just dive right in and take your bait. It's pretty funny and stupid, but sea lions do that too. They'll take your chicken from the crabbing net. And I literally had to do a tug of war with sea lions before because they're trying to steal my chicken breast. That stuff's not cheap, man. I think I mentioned a while ago. It's freaking like $12.79 or 14, $15 for chicken breast. Like, are you shitting? And they're the freaking sea lion, and they stick their head up, look super cute with their big bulbous eyes. Like, oh, I'm cute. Snatch, and they take your chicken. They'll eat that in front of you and look at you. They're no better than the Uber Eats drivers, whatever, doing the deliveries. It's that awful. Gosh, I don't know why my stories are like this, but here we are. But overall, we did catch things. That was fine. Had them fried. Um, it's pretty good, but I didn't eat that much. I was already kind of full and sleepy because I had to wake up early and I was tired. But other than that, it was pretty good. But I was still cranky because like I wanted to go home. Plus, after a while, it gets cold, and then the fish don't want to bite anymore. That's another thing. They don't want to bite anymore. And then you kind of like, well, maybe we'll wait a bit more for the tide to show up. And the tide is like not improving. It gets windy. My nose got sunburned. I don't know why. That's another thing why I don't want to be out fishing. Like the sun just hits my nose. And that's it. It doesn't hit like my freaking face. No, it hits my nose. Just it's maybe it seems cute to people, but it ain't cute for me because my husband laughs at it. No, I'm laughing now, but at the time I'm like, I get annoyed because it's embarrassing and I hate it. But yeah, it was just like, what the hell? And then the seagulls were eyeing the crab buckets. They were just like walking like they owned the damn place. And I had to shoo it away and try not to curse at it because, you know, when you have kids, you try your best not to curse, but you're going to have some flub ups. But, you know, I guess when I say the word idiot, it almost sounds like a curse word. I don't know. But yeah, you just have to shoo it away, get it out of there, and then just get on with it. Oh my God, what is that? I'm trying to, what? Oh, was it like this? I don't remember. Okay, so there's something here. Oh, yeah, maybe I was right. Maybe Friday would have been better. And I'm not saying that, you know, 5 viewers is not good enough. That's actually great because compared to my Wednesday usuals, this is a lot better. So I'm always appreciative of that. Just I was crazy surprised how earlier in the week when I did an attempt of works in progress um late at night, way more people showed up. But um I'm just glad higher than three. Me lowering the standard. That is fine. I'm totally fine with that because it's a lot better than what I get on Wednesdays. So I don't know if I should change my scheduling from Wednesday because I do notice not a lot of people watch it. But that's the ones I am able to do because if I go other days, like I'll have my family around for sure, and I might be sleepy or say stupid stuff, which has happened before. And I don't know. I rather just do a weekday. But if for whatever reason I have to switch the day because the popular vote occurred, then I might have to. But I don't know yet. This is still an ongoing trial. But this is like I guess the first official of LiveWIPs extras at the late night just to see what happens. But preferably, I would want it on Friday. But because I had plans on Friday, I could not. So I don't know. And I also have to consider what my family's doing with the computer because I have to wait my turn. You know. Anyway, okay, so that's what I have so far. I know I can use marker, but because the surface area is kind of small and I'm not as clean as I used to be with my line art, I just want some general shading out of the way just to figure something out. Because I'm going to paint it anyway, but I need some lines and pinpoints where the heck does things go. Get my drift? So I'm not super like lost because I tried before to go with pencil and paint over it. I lost all my lines. So I have to use darker line art for me to signal me to like, oh, where does this go? Where does this go? Yeah. I need to figure out um where does the paint go basically. And I need darker lines. But even the lines sometimes I lose it in the first coat of paint. So, okay. Will I paint this? I don't know yet. Sorry, I'm looking for the book. At least this one I have the book. I don't have to use my phone, so that's good. Well, there's not that much color. She's like black and white and very faint watercolor. It's not too bad. It's this girl here. Yeah, she's like the living poster child of the stereotypical artist, but a very angry one with not very good talking skills. All she says is growl, hate everything. Like, oh my god. Maybe as a kid I was a little bit like that, but not to that extent, to the point where she has no home. I think she was a runaway, something like that. Okay, I guess let's just take a break from her Miss Sunshine here. Let's find another thing to draw that isn't too simplified and cute. I'm not sure which one. So this is me trying to figure something out impromptu. I have no idea what I'm doing. There's a pig mask. There's let's have an intermission with this sucker here. Um that's not how that works. There you go. Yeah, while I do blind boxes, I try to get the cheaper ones or like once every 2 to 3 months. But there are some hiccups where I will buy two. Not all the time though. Okay, there's no. I did the Homer one already. There's the bird. There's I haven't done Ren yet, and there's a tiny Buzz. Oh no, he's difficult to draw. Surprisingly, I didn't quiet you. Uh, there's Batsmaru looking busted. No, that's not good. That's not nice. There's some memes. Oh, there's this Korean cartoon. The drawings are not the best and they run funny. It's just like a still image just moving away. I'm like, what the heck is that? But it's kind of funny. I like it. And then the main character is a girl. They call her Real Girl, but she has like this low bellowing voice of a man and it's hella funny. And I like it. And then guys are still chasing after her because she's cool and strong and she fights for justice amongst the office setting and she's so funny and all she does is eat and eat and eat and like two guys in particular fall in love with her and I was like, oh, that's nice, that's cool. Usually when they have someone like that they shun this person. They make fun of her. Well, some people do, like her sister makes fun of her, but then like her coworkers and friends, they realize she's more than just some vacuum cleaner that keeps inhaling all the food. So I thought that was kind of an interesting take. Hey, not too noisy, please. I have to keep reminding because if I don't, my gosh, I hate being that person, but I have to. Otherwise, people, you'll get walked over if no, you don't say anything. So sometimes, oh, I can talk a little bit about this. Like sometimes when people, they don't tell you what they want you to do, they just hope out of the goodness of your heart or your mind or whatever, you'd be considerate of other people's feelings and stuff. There's a good chance they don't give a shit. There's a good chance, you have to tell them. You have to use your words. Otherwise, they'll just keep doing it and thinking it's okay to do the thing that you don't like. But there's always also, gosh, I have so many pictures. It drives me nuts. Um, Not being too annoying. Like you don't like every single thing that person does. Now that's where now you're annoying. So there's a kind of balance between, sticking up for yourself and being super annoying about every nitpicky ass thing. Some things you have to let go. So this is where marriage comes in, where you have to compromise and accept that this is who they are. But at the same time, if they're doing something that really annoys you, you have to say something. Otherwise, They'll keep doing it until you say something and why it's stupid or not safe or annoying or whatever. But yeah, I've heard some stories and even some people I know of where they just not say anything at all and just assume and hope and wish and pray that they will understand that what they're doing is wrong and they don't say anything. It's like open your mouth, say something. So yeah, I say that, but I used to be like that because I grew up around that kind of mindset that it's like maybe I'm being a burden by opening my mouth and saying what I think. Because if I say something and they don't like it, they tell me to be quiet, they tell me to shut up, behave, be seen and not heard. Maybe they don't say that directly, but indirectly. At the same time, though, I see what happens when you don't say anything. Shit just happens, and you have more shit to complain about. And I try to prevent that. So this is why I talk more. Um, of course, pick your battles. Don't just say everything and anything. You see what happens online when you say everything and anything. You get fired. You lose your job credentials. you, your license suspended and all that stuff. You have a huge mark when you have references when you get fired for mouthing off about your boss or your job uh, con- um, conditions and all that stuff. Oh my god, I can't find anything. I thought I have all these references. I can't find a damn thing. There's a little clown. Hey, don't put that song on there, okay? I said lower it. I'll get my stuff in trouble because of your things. Goodness gracious. I have to I have to say things. If I don't, they just think it's okay. Oh my god. I have so many things and I can't freaking find. There's a skeleton or skull. Oh my god, I don't know. I need to pick something. It's getting annoying. There's Leah. Nah. I was thinking about doing another card deck, but with real people only. Is that okay? I don't know. There's Black Myth. Oh gosh, not Black Myth Wukong. It's too late for that. I have Warrior already. Oh, I have this is the North Star. I have that card already though. Naked Cat. Okay, I don't like doing simple art because it's difficult for me. But let's work on pom pom pudding. Okay. Oh, this is the other side. Sorry. Pencil. Oh my gosh. So I have a hard time drawing simplified characters. I was explaining to someone on my usual live streams on Wednesday, and they think I'm bragging. I'm not. I think it's weird. I don't think it's cool to not. I think what's really good is you can do both cute, like simplified drawings and detailed work. I can do both technically, but it's more of a struggle with the simplified stuff because they have a set standard. And if you change things a little bit too much, it don't look right. Like I have a hard time drawing Hello Kitty. That's how bad it is. Like she looks not good or not correct when I draw her every time and it drives me nuts. But because I don't like the character that much, it's not that big of a deal. But when I have to draw her at some point or I'm like, let's see what happens. And then she looks weird. I'm like, what the hell is that? I can draw Venom. I can draw the Joker and Sam Keith style. But Hello Kitty, I can't do it. So weird. Anyway, like maybe I need to draw them more for me to get used to it because that's usually the case. If I draw them more, I will get used to it. But I don't really care for mainstream characters unless there's something about them that I like the Hawaiian series. So because I'm gonna do the Hawaiian series, I need to continue that. I haven't been doing that in a while. I may draw a Hello Kitty Hawaiian series, and they have brought back the tan Hello Kitty in their merch this year. I regret not buying the ones in 2010 because no 2010 was it 2010? maybe between 2010 and 2011 at some point, because soon after a lot of the Sanrio stores here closed down and they had brown Hello or tan summer Hello Kitty, and I didn't care for it, but now I kind of regret not buying it because now they cost like over $100. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really care for her, so I'm always like going back and forth about this character because I don't care for her except when I grew up and I liked her. Then it was fine. I would pick that one. Or certain styles where her style is not very obvious. I would just draw her a certain way and then it's fine. Other than that, I don't care for her. Um, One exception is if I get Hello Kitty stuff for whatever reason, I will most likely use it because I don't like this character. You would think, oh, I like this character, I'll wear it out. No, I don't want, I lost things because I did that. I would break things and get them super dirty because of that. So I rather use the characters I hate or don't care for out in public. So if it gets stolen or ripped up or lost, I feel nothing. I'll be annoyed a little bit, then at least I don't like her. It's fine. So, for instance, I have Karomi things because she's purple, but I don't like that character. I don't know why. She looks like a jerk. And so I don't. But because she has purple things and I like purple, I'm like, fine, okay. But then I don't really keep my things careful with her. I'm quite rough with my things out in the open. Okay. All right, so this live stream is not as active as the weekday, so I wonder if I do it in the weekday, I will have more traction. The only problem with weekday is I have night chores, and when I have night chores, I have to take care of so many things. And if I'm lucky, I may have time for late night live stream, but then my family has to go sleep. I need to wind down myself, because I don't sleep very well. So, yeah, I should try to talk more about art things. Like, I don't like it, but I should probably practice about my process. I'm not very good at it because I don't really talk about it in real life. And the few times I tried, I do have really old tutorial attempts, and I would just write the directions and talk about it. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't look for it. It's probably on there, but just I don't care about how it came out. I think at the time I did, but when I look back at it, and I'm like, ugh, gosh. Okay, so we have the nose, and I think what's funny about this character, Pom Pom Pudding character design, is one of his signature attributes is his butthole. Like, okay. But I'm like, if he has one, how come the other characters don't? Because they're all like animals and they gotta pee and poo at some point. But for whatever reason, they gave him a little butthole. And it's all over the place. And I think it's funny. But whatever reason, I'm not too attached to Pom Pom Pudding. I think it's because he's one of the mainstream flagship characters of Sanrio, and some of the color schemes he has is orange. I don't like orange very much, unless I guess certain situations like holidays, like Halloween, or fall colors, like Thanksgiving, or just a singular, or certain nicer, like orange yellow colors, but like straight up orange. I don't know why I don't like it, but it suits my skin tone, funny enough, because I warm skin tone, blah, whatever. But as the color itself, most times I don't like it. I notice I don't use a lot of orange in my art, and I should try to do that more. Plus, it's a nice blend between reddish or pink and yellow, and so I need to do that more often. I also have to remember to try to do more things I'm not very good at as well to help improve my art skills. I am doing that a lot more than I thought I would because I draw a lot more male characters, even though they're not necessarily entirely men. Like they might be made up from Marvel, or they're like their heads are replaced by Sanrio characters, but it's something. Could be worse. See, this is what I mean when I have to erase this. This shit happens, and I hate it. I'll paint over it, but because it's like right there, it's such a freaking eyesore. And sometimes it comes off, sometimes it does not. There's no guarantee, and I don't feel like having to decipher whether or not it'll work out. So I just leave it as is most of the time and just try to hope that when I paint it, it's correct. Oh gosh, this one's a this yeah, this character's looking at an angle. This tiny little monkey thingy. I'm not sure if it's correct. I actually like this monkey. It's kind of cute. I like it better than I'm sorry, monkey Osaru no Monkichi, another Sanrio character. I don't know why they made him like that. But he kind of grew on me because one of my friends likes Monkichi, so I'm like, okay, I get the charm. Same time though, I just think this one's cuter. Trying to do a little dance. Oh no, there's no room for it though, for the tail. So it just looks like a naked dude with nubby legs. It's okay. It's okay. Ah, you can't do a little booty toot. Okay, so we have this. We have that. So yeah, sorry my talks about art have nothing to do with art. It's like I mentioned, I'm not very good at talking about art. I guess I can try now just to see how it goes. And if it fails, I'll totally like not do it anymore. I'm not good at it. See, I'm hella off. There's supposed to be 2 feet here, and now I only have. Okay, whatever. Screw it. Here, let's just do whatever. It still looks like him. That's the important part. Let's see here. And I'm also drawing at an angle. I'm not totally seeing it correctly, but because I was gonna finish my sentence and I forgot. I need to try harder. Yep, no, it's not gonna work out. It's fine. I'll live and not cry. Okay. Oh, I do like the little beach scene going on though. That's kind of cute. Okay, so this one's not as bad. If you were not here earlier, I tried to draw my melody and I hated it. For whatever I think cuz the card was I used the narrow card, so it was kind of hard to put her big head on here. I could have done this way horizontally, but I have to draw her smaller. I didn't feel like it, so here we are. I might actually should I add extra detail? I mean, I can. I'll do what I want. Same time though. I should try to follow the direction, but I also have a habit of not doing that. So just letting you know. Sometimes I don't follow directions. Not all the time though, but yeah. Okay, so we have this guy here. Okay, let's take a break. I'll do another. I was gonna draw Mr. Gone on here, but he's kind of too big. Unless I tape the cards together, I don't have time for that right now. Let's see another card. Bum ba dum ba dum. There's a gorilla with a big fat butt. Why do I have that? Why do I have such things? What else wrong with me? I have Ghost. There's Ghost Rider, but he has blue. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's someone else's art though. No, I don't want to do that. I try my best not to do other people's art unless they have name to credit them, or I just say they're from Pinterest because I couldn't find their name. Like if you have their name, let me know. That'd be great. I'd appreciate it. But I totally do not say this is all of my work. This is all mine. Okay. There's Turtle. There's Homer. I always draw Homer, but I want Grandpa Simpson actually. I can do fan service again. No one cares. I notice when I do fan service for girls, no one likes them. Like I get it. I don't have a great body either, but I don't know. It's good practice. And it's somewhat nostalgic because I used to do fan service art. But now I don't do that. There's Pinhead. Should I do Pinhead? There's an opossum, but I don't like opossums. They freak me out. And there's a lady with man boobs for eyeball. Why do I have these things? Be glad you're not looking at this because this is kind of questionable what the heck I have. There's Gash Bell. I already did Mew, and there's another skull with snakes coming out of its eye socket. Nah. Hippo. I already did Labubu. Hawaiian girl. Nah. Fat guy's face with it decomposing. No. Oh my god, there's so many things. I already did Sanrio character. I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll do this one. That seems kind of off though. No, you know what? Never mind. It's a chicken, a rooster's head on a cat's body. Why do I have this? That's so weird. Sorry, I'm still looking. Oh my god, I have so many things, and yet this feels like cable TV back in the '90s, where there's so much to look at, and you don't know what to look at. It's generally that, and it's a lot of things I like. That's the messed up part. And I already did Cheshire Cat, Woody, Winnie the Pooh, um, cat, zombie face. I've been doing zombie faces. Funny enough. Oh my gosh. Tomie. I already drew Tomie a few times. Onslaught. I've been meaning to draw Onslaught. Okay. I'll draw Onslaught. And it's the exact picture I drew Onslaught when I was a kid. Alright, Mr. Sir, let's get on. Oh gosh, the problem is these cards. Okay, here's my little physical challenge. Just kidding, it's not a physical challenge. Try to draw Tiny. I have a hard time drawing Tiny, funny enough. Even though this is Tiny, like, I have a hard time drawing like a full-fledged body on a tiny card surface area. So, and this is already looking bad, but I just need a general shape. I mean, oh gosh, this is already bad. See, welcome to failure. Okay, let me try to get a general outline, and hopefully it's correct, but no guarantee. Has anyone read the Onslaught series? I have the comic book by my desk right now, but not all of it. I think there's like a whole set of series and stuff. I heard to the whole ginormous epic battle of fighting Onslaught. Oh my god, this is already not looking so good. Have confidence, lady. And I'm like, okay, so I don't remember too much about Onslaught, so I might actually get the omnibus or the graphic novel, whatever, to reread that, because someone around earlier suggested I try to read House of X or House of M or whatever. I did mention I did not like when around that time I start to lose interest in comic books, but if you give me a reason why it's good enough to try reading, then I'll try to read. And they were telling me about Moira McTaggart. I almost call her McNugget. Moira McNugget. Sorry, Moira McTaggart. I think I remember calling her McNugget a few times. It's similar shit. Anyway, McNuggets. Sorry. So they were telling me about what happens to her in the series. Like, oh, okay. I won't spoil it for you, but they were like suggesting you should try reading it. And I was like, are you sure? They said, well, it's not a totally good story, but some interesting things came out of it. So I was like, I'll think about it. And I did see the book on Amazon. It's pretty affordable, so I might get it. I don't know about now because I have to pay for boring ass stuff. But yeah, I am intrigued, and I haven't read comic books for a while, so I don't mind getting graphic novels to help me like not dislike it as much. But no promises. Oh, armor boobs. Are those just buttons or nipples? And then that's sorry, I'm getting tech. I'm being stupid because I'm looking at the design. I'm like, what are those? Okay, okay, he sort of fits, not entirely, but at least there's a body somewhere. Gosh, Okay, for those of you who are new with me doing card art, I don't look for perfection. I just need the likeness, the general outline and likeness of the character. And if that is enough and it captures what they look like and whatever, then it's okay. I don't do exactly the entire like line by line, detail by detail. I mentioned several times I don't have the time. Um I also work on several things at the same time, as you can see here with my just the cards alone. Even this character I have here, I painted. So I do a lot of things at the same time because I nuts. The other thing, I also don't like to wait one thing at a time because I'll get a lot less stuff done. So I will try to do several things at the same time. I have a whole bunch of projects incomplete, funny enough. Um, but for the most part, even if I take a long break from them, I can still work on them. Thankfully, I had that with the Mr. Gonehead. I had that with well, currently the rainbow reptiles I was painting. I still haven't touched them, but I probably should. But just I'm tired. And then okay, I'm trying. Okay, so this is not totally line. It's a little bit here. Oh gosh, I did it wrong. Oh no, it's like here. Sorry. Get out of here, pom pom. Okay, so this one's here. And then there's some. I'll do shading. I'm trying not to do shading ahead of time. I'm not very good at it. No promises. Sometimes I get way too ahead of myself and start on the detail. Because I like details more than the general outline. Okay. But sometimes if I'm not careful. I just remembered I should work on my oldest brother's art and try to do my. But I'll initially start copying what he did, but I think I should try to do some kind of drafts of my take on his characters because I think I found some drawings of his that I want to redraw. I don't even know if he remembers them, but I would like to make some drawings based off his work because I miss his art. He's the reason why he got me into drawing because I think he's so much better than me. I don't know about now because I don't think he draws anymore, but I wish he did. That'd be hella cool. But yeah, thanks to him, I do this. But I'm pretty sure I think I've been drawing longer than him now because I don't think he does as long as I have. But at the same time, he has his own way of doing art things. Um, would you like to know? Let me know. Let okay. Well, I didn't get his legs that far unless I do this. I could do that. Nah, that's kind of weird. Never mind. I won't do that. But this is enough to. Okay, this is Onslaught with his weird belt thingamajig. Okay, we gotta draw the. Oh, his thing is not on center. What the heck? Are you wearing your belt funny, sir? I think so. Okay, got his leg muscles. And then, oh, right. I also want to do the Age of Apocalypse. I heard a whole bunch of seasoned readers not like it or just skip it entirely. I'm like, it's fine. It's easy. It's easy to like, I think. But I don't know. Some people can be so uppity and so snobbish about certain comics. I get it. I have that sort of hang up sometimes too. I mean, Sanrio is a whole other. Don't get me started on Sanrio. But Age of Apocalypse wasn't bad. I liked it. I thought it was interesting with the costumes and the whole alternate world and stuff. And Bishop trying to fix things, but he keeps messing shit up. He's always getting injured. Like, Bishop, come on. Get it together, sir. And then, what's his face? I think Wolverine only had like one arm. But I kind of wish they did something with that. It just, I was like, I mean, they always have people with like attachables attachable appendages, and then he just like, nah, I don't wanna. And then instead of Cyclops with Jean Grey, it's Wolverine and Jean Grey. I was like, okay, I guess not all. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. But then she still ends up, teaming up with Cyclops at one point, I remember. And then they brought back Blank because she died during the full length series. And I was like, okay. But what was interesting about her, they almost never changed her costume. She was always green and purple, green and purple. They don't like, let's try something. I mean, they tried a little bit, but they just gave her just green and purple by default at this point. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. I also want to draw Blank, funny enough. But she gets a little bit too mushy with what's his face, Sabretooth, because he saved her when he was little in Age of Apocalypse. So yeah, I remember some things, and then what's his face? What is his name? Sunfire. There you go. His design in Age of Apocalypse was pretty badass, but my gosh, he's a bit messed up. I don't blame him though, but at the same time, like, yeah, his story is a lot more tragic. So but his design is pretty cool. I like that one. I might have to tweak it around, but I do like that a lot. I liked his design there. But they don't show him a lot. They always have him very angry, but I get it. I think his backstory involved maybe bombings. The Yeah, it might have been involved with that or something. I forgot, but like they made him so angry all the time. And I think he was who started. What's it called? Big Hero 6. I actually read the comic when it first came out. I didn't. So when I saw it in the Disney version, it was a little weird, but I see how it made sense. So I actually like Big Hero 6 as the what is it? As Disney. And I do love Baymax in Disney. He reminds me of someone I know. Let's just say. I will not say who. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, hey, he looks like you. He's like, no, I don't. Well, not looks, but sounds like. And I was like, oh my God, I know him. Okay. All right, so this kind of looks like Onslaught. Not too bad for a quick sketch, I think. Okay, so I'll try to do some of the shadow. I just need enough to know where things are, and then I will try to do line art and maybe call it a day because they're starting to bicker behind me and I don't want to cause too much trouble. It's almost 2. Whoopsie. You know what? I'll just do the line art straight up just because I don't want. Oh, wait, where's my. Oh, no, I use this one. This one I don't have to do right now, but I'll just work on this one because this one's more complicated. And then that's it, I swear. So yeah, I do have a whole bunch of plans on. What is it? Um, Different kinds of cards. I just really like doing. I didn't think I would, honestly. I thought after like maybe 5, 10 cards, okay, that's it. I quit. Fast forward to almost 300 cards. Oh my God. I said I completed 2 decks of like 100 each, but I also work on playing cards, paint cards, extra cards. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing cards till I'm 100 bajillion years old, apparently. Just so you know. Gosh. Yeah, I want to. I think my oldest brother has most of the Age of Apocalypse. I would skip out on cleaning days just to reread Age of Apocalypse or just my X-Men comics or just comics in general. I would just drop everything just to reread the comics. Like, oh my gosh. And I would just sit in the corner and read comic books. Oh my gosh. Or I would sneak into my oldest brother's room while he goes to work and read comic books. He doesn't watch my live stream, so it's fine. But yeah, it was really fun reading all the comic books. He even got my sister, my third older sister, and my mom reading comic books, funny enough. So they had some idea of what's going on. And then I I think my dad did not like the comic books, but that didn't stop my brother. He still kept saving his money to buy them, and he got me into them. And I also started to draw them quite young, funny enough. So I have like really messed up drawings of like Psylocke, a lot of Psylocke. I liked Psylocke growing up, even though as I got older, some things were a little weird because her name was weird when she was the Japanese version, Quanon. That doesn't sound Japanese. It sounds a little Chinese, but I never heard any name in Chinese called Quanon ever. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. So I'm like, how does that? I don't know. And I think I even looked on Google and there was some elaborate explanation on how to pronounce it and where it came from. And I was like, I don't know. This is too much lore for me, man. I just want to see, like, am I pronouncing it correct? And then that's it. But no, there's like this extensive lore about her name. And I was like, oh, okay, forget it. I'm surface level geeky, not that geeky, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. And I also saw, I think, another version of Onslaught where they still kept the red and purple, but they kind of toned down the color, which I actually prefer. This seems kind of loud for me. Like those vests from City and County where it seems like neon yellow and reflective tape. It reminds me of that for some reason. Sometimes I like to geek out with comic books with a few people that I know and trust that to not make fun of me or try to test my lore knowledge. I don't know. I already always give a disclaimer the rare times I ever talk about comics. I don't remember a lot of it. I remember some of it, but I haven't reread it in a long time, so I'm not going to remember a lot of it. But I can remember some parts. Like I remember most of the characters from the 80s and 90s and some parts of the 70s. New characters, don't get me started. Most likely do not. Oh no, I did this wrong. So even if I make things wrong, I can still hide it with paint. So that's the perks about acrylic paint I've mentioned before. Oh no, this is off too. Oh wow, I did a lot of things off. See, good to know. I don't have a hissy fit over it because I don't have time for that shit. Maybe off camera, but not live. Like I can behave. Just kidding. I don't have time for that. I'd be like, damn it, and then that's it. That's the fastest way I can deal with it. If I had to throw a hissy fit for like 20 minutes about it, that's on me. That's my own damn fault. But I don't have time for that. This is why I don't do well on. I don't think I can do well on TikTok. I don't talk so long about things and why it ruined my day and how I'm been, live love diarrhea. I don't know what the term is. Live love diarrhea. Has anyone made that yet? That's my idea. Don't steal it. Okay, I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to be the person who said that. And I already am. Too late. Live love diarrhea. Oh my god. That sounds painful. Don't do that. Anyway, I need to write that down actually. That cracked me up. Sorry. Sometimes if I have ideas, I have to write it down and hope I don't lose it. I know it's not consistent with the L's, but I'm the person that does not care. As long as it makes me laugh, I'll care. See, also when I do art things, sometimes I do get ideas. There's a good chance I will not write it down, or I try to remember and put it on my phone, but sometimes I don't remember to look on my phone. And if I do, it's like buried in the bottom. I need to not do that. I'll probably wrap this up in a few more minutes because I'm a little sleepy. I did wake up early. Maybe I'll just do the outline. I don't know. There's a lot of outline. Yeah, a few more minutes, right? Too late. Goodness gracious. There's a lot of things online about how people regret wanting to be an adult. I understand that. But sometimes as a kid, I didn't like things as a kid. Like, I was alone a lot. I don't mean like, oh, I was left alone. I mean, like, I was in a family with huge age gaps. So I didn't really get along with the older people, but the younger people was my oldest brother and my second brother. Even though me and the second brother is like, go away. But at the same time, I got along with both of them more than the older generation, funny enough. But I think because of them, I garnered their hobbies more. Um, Video games, not so much, but the comic books and the drawing of art and watching cartoons and appreciating animated movies and stuff, especially anime. Yeah, it's because of my oldest brother mostly. Second brother, he kind of just tagged along as we were liking anime. But then, um, yeah, it was really interesting how. And those as a kid I really liked, but some parts because I watched anime, there was a lot of grown up situations I not encountered, but I watched, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I watching this? Because it's definitely for the male demographic. If you watched anime from the 80s and 90s, you know what I mean. And so for me as like a little girl watching, oh, okay, there's some boobs. And so I had to learn to just gloss over like, okay, it's another slip of the nip. And just carry on my merry way and, not think too hard about that stuff. But um I'm pretty sure if my parents knew what I was watching, they would not approve, but they were working, so I was just, okay, let's watch anime. Oops, what's that? Okay. Oh, I'm kind of sleepy. I need to take it easy. You know what? I'll just do a little bit more and then call it for the night because I am sleepy. I don't sound sleepy, but I am like, I'm kind of nodding off. That's. Oh my gosh. Oh
It's
my.
instant.
Okay, so this is what I have so far. And for those of you just dropping on in, I did some other cards. Well, I already drew her with pencil and I just inked her a bit. Not all of it is done, but I just need the general inks and where the shadow placements are. And I got this chubby little nugget here with his little monkey sidekick. I like this one a lot. But I'm not doing that one because I'm getting sleepy. And then Onslaught here. Oh my gosh. I need to stop doing the details, but I'm not very good at following my directions because I'm nuts. Oh, he has some hip action here, I suppose. I missed it. So sometimes when I do line art, I realize, oh, I missed out a whole bunch of stuff. I do that a lot, I notice, and I hate it. And some parts or the proportions are off. That's why I don't think I'm very good at coming up with my own poses. I just grab from other references and then just draw from there. But sometimes it doesn't adhere to what I'm trying to draw, so it's like my head hurts. But I don't know. There's some people in the art community that does not like or approve of doing art that way. Like you have to do it by memory. Not everyone can do that. Okay, I know I can't. So I've yet to encounter someone who's that's annoying. I do remember hearing some girl like I think they were showing art at like a forum or chat or some other, and they were showing their art, and I was trying to praise them like, oh, I like your what you have there, like how did you color it? And this freaking Yahoo, you know how she says like it's not coloring, it's pastels, like, or some oil pastel shit. And I'm like, well, lardy dar, Miss Thang, and I didn't say anything. I just left the damn like so annoying. I don't like that kind of talk. It's like it's coloring. Dang it. Whether no matter how fancy it is, you colored it. It's a verb. See, like, I try my best not to sound like that. Okay, I just leave. I don't have to lecture and be a butthole about it. But my God, that attitude. I know some art are like that, and I'm like, just get the fuck away from me. Just get away. I don't want, or I'll talk like what I did just now. And why do I smell corn? That's not me. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't like those kinds of artists that do that unnecessary technicality. That's so unnecessary. I hate that shit. Um, but there are some of them like that, but not all. Obviously, there's some crazy, talented, amazing artists out there. But I know we are not the best at socializing. Not all of us, but a good chunk of us, I believe, are. I don't blame them because I'm like that too. Okay. Oh, so much nostalgia. Okay, stop it. Finish the line art and go to bed. you, you ninny. Okay. I know I do this instead of just doing sweeping lines. I'm not confident. That's why I do this. But I also need the lines a little dark so I can see it when I paint. And I like to make excuses for myself. But it's legit because I actually do need that. I like making excuses for myself because I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I don't think other people think it's funny. And oops, I drew over his wiener. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what my kid's doing. Okay. Um. Okay. Gosh, is it me or he has birthing hips? I'm not laughing. I'm jealous. Well, I mean, this is quite accurate here, but I just worry I'm going to do something wrong. 10 out of 10 times, that is highly probable. But that laugh is from my side of the family. I haven't had like that kind of laugh in a long time, but it's super rare. But when it happens, my God, you can't stop me from laughing. It's so bad. And I sound like a jerk. That's why I try not to laugh too much. Because I worry if I laugh like that, I might hurt their feelings. Because I sound mean. I hate it. I want to sound nice and jovial and, having a good time. But I think because my voice is kind of low for a woman, I, I don't know. It just sounds like I'm a jerk when I laugh, I feel. I try not to, but I also don't want to sound like have a fake laugh because then that just sounds fucking weird. It's like, why do you laugh like that? I've had people tell me that before, pissing me off. Like, well, maybe I shouldn't be happy or find things funny and just be miserable and morose or some shit. I've had people ask me that before. I remember. I just realized. Like, why are you laughing? I was like, what's wrong with that? But they would never flat out say that my laugh was weird until I hear myself laugh sometimes. Because I record myself laughing at times when I do audio recordings, and I'm like, holy shit, that's me. Ew. That's why for a long time I didn't like hearing myself talk because I would hear myself talk sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that me? Ew. What the hell is that? But because I do these recordings or live streams, I got used to it. But that doesn't mean I still approve. Okay, I need to go now. All right, so I think that is it for now. I have some progress. That's good. Pretty small, but you'd be surprised how long it takes. So I gotta go now. Thanks for. Hey, that's enough. Okay, so I gotta go now. Have a good night, good morning, wherever you are, or good day. Take care of yourselves. Don't be dumb. I'll be sad. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.